So we see player personnel acquisitions and departures all over the place with every program. So the numbers shouldn't be surprising, especially when there's a coaching transition. But what I'm looking for is more so, is this a response to a bunch of departures? So are guys fleeing the program, which is obviously a bad sign, versus is this Brian Kelly saying, no, recruiting is the lifeblood, but I got to fix it soon. So we are acquiring talent.
So did you happen to watch the Texas Bowl? If you didn't, that's perfectly understandable.
Well,
okay, you did.
I had it on, but I got distracted quite a bit.
Realistically, who's watching 6-6 LSU against Kansas State and Texas Bowl? I get it. LSU had 38 scholarship players available for that game. 38. Ed Ogeron left this program in ruin, which is stunning that you could go from the heights of 2019 to, in a 2-year period, paying that coach $17 million to go away and playing a bowl game with 38 scholarship players. Mark, they should have never played the game. 38 scholarship players? I mean, you're allowed 85 the last time I checked. They were down to 38. Ed Ogeron was a disaster. He was an unmitigated disaster. There's no way around it. And the more of the sample size grew, the more we learned. 2019 was the great outlier. It was magical. It was wonderful. It was marvelous to watch. But he clearly has no idea how that came together and had no idea how to ever get back to anything resembling that. The erosion was rapid and stunning. And he will forever go down with the likes of Gene Chizik and Larry Coker and guys that won championships because of transcendent talent that they had nothing to do with. And he's earned that. Brian Kelly had no choice because, Mark, look at the roster. If you want to compete in the SEC, I mean, you can only sign 25 high school kids. You were at 38 scholarship players. Now, some of those that didn't play were injured, and they'll be back on this team. But so hypothetically, you're probably more closer to say 50. But you still have 30 some odd scholarship spots available just to field a team that can compete. So your options are you go sign 25 high school kids and you ignore the transfers, or you load up with guys that have played college football and can maybe help ease that transition in. How good they'll be in 2022, Mark. People ask me all the time, hey, what do you think the record's going to be? I don't even know who's going to be on the team. I mean, they've still got – they signed 13 in the early signing period. 13. So they've added now 5 more transfers for 7 total, but they're not even close to done. They got 20 more guys, scholarship guys are going to add to this roster. So what Brian Kelly's doing right now is out of necessity to rebuild a roster that Ed Ogeron left decimated.
So, Matt, based on the guys that you've seen, whether it's on tape or you saw them live or you're just looking at a stat sheet, do you think can contribute immediately that show you something at least based on what they've done elsewhere?
The transfers, you mean?
Yes.
Oh, all of them. They'll all play. I mean, they're all playing, brother. I got news for you. No. Joe Fouché from Arkansas, who is a downhill thumper at safety, he is going to start. Greg Brooks from Arkansas, more of a nickel back. I don't know if he'll start, but he's going to play a ton. Cordell Flott was the nickel this year, who's now gone to the NFL draft. Mark, LSU's got 2 scholarship cornerbacks on the roster. 2. They got 2 scholarship corners. 2. I mean, like, it's stunning. They got to go get cornerbacks. I mean, they were left in ruin. Kyron Lacey, a wide receiver from UL Lafayette, who just committed, big 6'3", 215-pound kid from Thibodeau. LSU's got 6 scholarship wide receivers. You better believe they need numbers there. He's going to play. Miles Frazier, an offensive lineman from FIU. LSU is losing 4 starters on the offensive line. You better believe he's coming in to start. I mean, think similar to what Mel Tucker had to do at Michigan State, where he just went and utilized the portal and said, I need to make over my roster immediately. And And that's what they're doing. And Mark, I don't think it's going to be like this every year at LSU. I think it's out of necessity right now, but they will build up with high school talent that they can start to grow and develop and groom into the program. But in the immediacy, if they were even hoping to be competitive at all in 2022, he had to go get competent college football players. That's what he's doing. But all the ones you're here, bro. Mark, they went and signed a long snapper from East Carolina. They had to go get a long snapper because the long snapper flunked out of LSU this year. Like they didn't. The week before the bowl game, they were holding at practice, like, who can snap the football? We need someone to be a long snapper in this game. I mean, that's how bad it was. The gross negligence. So, who's going to play? All of them. They're all going to play.
Okay. Well, that covers that. You go from the best cornerback tandem in college football to only 2 cornerbacks on scholarship pretty quickly. Wow.
Ed Ogeron.